friend. Might you permit me to come in? Oh, no, no need to fuss over me. It's just a couple of scratches and a missing arm. The locals found out I was hiding in the graveyard and they didn't quite take to me. Trust me, I'm all right. I'm doing well. Just a couple of scars to add to the collection. Do you think I could come inside for a bit? I don't exactly feel safe outside. Thank you. I must say it feels good to be in a house. I haven't been in one for, 150 years maybe. Quite a while in any case. I remember when I was younger there was this large manor that my father owned. Oh, the hand? Yes, well, I can reattach it, I'm sure. No need to worry. Oh, yes, it happens a couple times a month that the locals get together and try and get rid of the undead. It's a custom, I suppose. There's no need to dotter over me. I'll be all right. I fall apart every day. A needle and thread would be very helpful. Thank you. But as I was saying, when I was younger, there was this large manor. And, well, it was wonderful, to run around as a child and have all the fun in the world. But obviously, nowadays, things have changed, and I'm not really allowed in public settings. People don't like monsters. Except you, which I always found quite curious. You're a lot nicer than many of the other people. Thank you. Now it's very easy to stick back on, the severed hand. All you need to do is attach it like this, get the thread, and stick the needle through the skin, and pull it back and forth like so. You can see there's lots of stitches all over my body. I was actually experimented on, so I was dissected and put back together. Look at that. Good as new. Probably. But yes, I'm very thankful for this. You've got a lovely home. It's better than anything I've seen in a long while. Oh, yes, I've got a bit of issue with the stitching on my neck. Oh, no, it is quite difficult to do on my own. If you could help, that would be wonderful. Thank you. You're very kind. I won't be in your hair too long. I'll just stay until I think the villagers have had their fun, and I'll head back to the graveyard. It shouldn't be too tricky to, hide again. Oh no, I couldn't stay the night. I couldn't. That would be impolite, and the last thing I ever want to be is impolite. Oh, not just overnight. Sorry, I'm not quite following. Live with you? Goodness, that's quite a... it's quite forward of you. Well, I don't think you want a corpse walking around your house. I'm not a sight that many would like to see. My skin is blue, and I've got all these stitches, and I'm just an old soul. they don't match much with today's society. I wouldn't be good for conversation unless you want to talk about tuberculosis or polio. You still want to offer it? You really are unlike any human I've ever met. That's extremely kind of you. Thank you. I suppose if you're being so kind as to offer, it would be rude to say no, would it not? Thank you. Having your friendship means an awful lot to me. You stopping by the graveyard to talk, it gives me a purpose to, my world. Not just sleeping in a coffin all day, every day. I really love your visits, and I just love being around you. Oh, look at me now, I'm getting all sentimental. You don't want me being all weepy and such. Oh dear, fingers fallen off. No, I've got... holding, touching hands. I've got it, thank you. It's very kind of you. I can sew it. So tell me, what are you doing, job-wise? Really, that's incredibly interesting. I never really had a job. My father was quite wealthy, so... A lot of people back in my day who had a job didn't tend to last too long. A lot of deaths in chimneys and ribbon machines and such. Oh dear, I've gone morbid again. I'm frightfully sorry. Most people don't like talking about that. And again, most people don't like talking to a dead person. Oh, I'm rambling now. Goodness, keep it together, Blue. Well, why don't you... Yes, a house tour. That sounds wonderful. Thank you. I would like that. So this is the lounge, I suppose, with the setting. Sofa. And that is a very large chair. The settee, right? Wonderful. And I noticed that you have electric light bulbs. That's very good. And, it's all very bright. And, goodness, what is this device over here? It's got numbers, dials, like something from a space opera. Radio. Oh yes, I've heard of some of the local kids talking about these. This is where the sounds and music come from. They fly through the sky and get collected in the box. Wild. Yes. Oh, I would love to see the kitchen, of course. My word. So bright and clean. Look at all these pots and pans. Are you into cooking at all? Well, I love cooking. Or at least I did. Yes, but when I could eat. But you can eat, so I can cook for you. Yes, I would not mind in the least. I could make you some marvelous food. Do you like jellied eels? No. Aspic? Perhaps not. Fruit ice? Yes, that's where you take fruit juice and you add it to water and you wait for it to freeze in a mold and you take it out and you crush it into fruit ice. It's wonderful. I used to watch the maids in the kitchen make it. And I often helped out, rolling out the pastry and such, making the blancmange. Oh, a blancmange is like it's like a type of jelly, but it's more cream-based. It's wonderful. And trifles and all that. Layers of sponge fingers and jam and cream. Oh, those were just tremendous days. So much fun to be had. And of course, I believe I still have the flair for cooking. Or at least, I like to hope that I do. But I think, obviously, a classic roast is the number one thing that you should cook all the time, always. And we had it for breakfast, and gosh, you're getting me all excited. I haven't been in the kitchen for so long, and there's all these new exciting materials to try out. Although, maybe for health and safety reasons, I should stay away. I'm embalmed, after all, with some quite toxic chemicals. Maybe if I wore gloves. Oh my goodness. Is that a pineapple? Oh, where on earth did you get that? It's incredibly rare. So exotic. In the kitchen, used to get those in tins, but a fresh one. Oh my goodness. Well, they come from overseas in Elfland, I believe. The summer elves, I think, grow them. And they're just wonderful and sweet, but also sour. And I miss the taste. But enough about me being a sad old fool. What do we have elsewhere? A library. I adore reading. You have books from all the greatest. Oh my word. Wow. Shelf upon shelf. Leather-bound tomes. This is, I must say, as complicated as the Lich's Labyrinth. You've heard that tale, have you not? Of an undead keeper of all the books in the world. The Lich. It's an old story, but a good one. I'll tell it to you sometime. This is quite a quaint place. And might I ask, where are the bedrooms? Oh. Well. I suppose I could help you clean out the spare bedroom. But you're just using it for storage. Well, if that's the case, where would I be sleeping? Oh my goodness, I feel faint. The same room as you. I'm flattered, I am, but, don't you think that, how do I word this, the neighbors might talk. Yes, I suppose I do sound very old. Is it acceptable nowadays for two people to spend the same time in a bedroom? Oh, I'm feeling all flustered. That's just my stupid sensibilities, I'm sure. Well, in any case, I should go make us a pot of tea. Where's the tea? Sure, I will be right back with a pot of Earl Grey or Lapsus Sanctuary or something. I need to catch my breath. I'll be right back. And here we are. Nice pot of tea. Oh yes, the teapot was probably burning hot. I should probably stop holding it. Oh yeah. Yes, my skin is quite damaged. It's the problem of not having nerves. Yet somehow I'm still shaking. Goodness, is it hot in this room? Or is it the 3 or 4 layers I'm wearing? So, once again, to my gracious host, I say, thank you so much for inviting me to your abode. It means the world to me. Many people have been unkind, and you've just been the exact opposite. You've been so friendly and inviting and warm and kind and lovely, and I genuinely don't know what I'd do if you weren't around to keep me happy. I'd probably just sit around being a mindless zombie. That's my attempt at humor. You may laugh if you wish. I'm trying to keep myself in the best shape I can, of course, but being a zombie often makes it difficult. Limbs reattach quite easily and all that, but obviously I need to get re-embalmed every now and then. You make things quite tricky. May I ask a question of you? And you can feel free to shoot me down or deny me of anything. But I simply wish to know, why did you talk to me? I was just a man in a graveyard. Why did you come back to keep talking to me? Do you really care? That's incredibly kind of you to say. It's always nice to hear a kind word. And I must say that I too feel that you are an interesting, unique, and beautiful person. And I don't want you to ever forget that, no matter what. In your darkest hour, if you are ever feeling sad or alone, you need to know that I am there for you, and I will support you through anything. You have the love and support of a Victorian corpse wandering around your home, making you cups of tea and very gross Victorian food. I'll have to figure out how to make whatever modern dishes they serve. Like, pizza? That's Mediterranean, isn't it? Oh. I've never tried it myself. It seems a bit too, tropical. That's not the word. Diverse. Oh my mind. Exotic. Yes. But I suppose if you're around, I'll have to give it a go. Maybe we can even put some pineapple on it. What? Is that controversial to say? Oh, goodness, I appear to have hit a sore spot. Frightfully sorry. Still, it will be nice to live in a warm house and have a roaring fire to sit beside and tell tales, cook for someone. I can do all the cleaning as well. I love cleaning. In fact, there was this one time where the maid did a bet where I had to walk around in a maid uniform and shouldn't have said that out loud. And now I feel incredibly embarrassed. I might take a sit down. It's been absolutely a joy to talk to you. And, oh dear, I just keep making a fool of myself, it seems. So, you there, keep being a tremendous person and don't think about me in a maid uniform. Alright, ta-ta. Artwork in this video was done by the tremendously talented Fiasco Walking, who did a great job. Absolutely stupendous. Superb. Wonderful. I've run out of very British things to say now, so ta-ta.